see Jason, Renee, and Jill. And Daniel's on there, but he's muted. Give it a little time, see who else joins. I know a handful said they couldn't make it, but hopefully we get some more. I know it's hot here in the gym, and I'm glad you guys can't smell me through this screen because I feel like I reek really bad. There's Cameron.
Hey,
Cammy,
Cameron.
as Pastor Hout said to call you. I don't know if she can hear or see us right now. Appreciate Jason rocking the Renegade shirt, representing.
Yeah, this is like my favorite shirt. I wear this like, I remember I take doing this one and the 10-year one. That's what I wear basically every day. I just realized that though when I got on the call, I was like, oh, damn, I really am looking like a stuck up here.
All right, so I see Daniel, Bryce, Chris, Becca. We got a reasonable amount here. One that just says iPhone. I'm gonna ask all them to unmute. I'm not too Zoom savvy. I think that's, I don't know if that's Chris Brown. Probably Chris Brown. That's Quentin. That's okay.
Hi, Love Nugget.
I don't see you guys.
I know, I turned the video off because we're eating.
Renee, where are you at?
I'm at work.
Okay, nice. Well, you have some cool bosses if they let you tune into Zoom while you're working. All right, I promise to keep it short and sweet, everybody. I don't want to keep you too long. I'm sure Renee's okay with getting paid and watching Zoom. All right, so hopefully you guys stay like tuned in here when I tell you this. But I am videoing it, and I think I might put it on YouTube for people that can't make it, so I can send them the video. So don't like just tune it out now. Hopefully you guys stay on here. But I'll go ahead and get going. Again, trying to keep it as short and sweet as possible. We got some really important information to share with everybody. First of all, there will be some coaching changes happening that I know some of you guys are aware of. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Drake is getting put on second shifts, and that was always something that we knew was going to happen at some point. And Candace is going to step away from lifting and coaching for a little while. Just needs a break from it, and we're appreciative of everything she's done and hoping she gets back to it sooner rather than later, but there's no telling what that will be. Candace is stepping away. And then we also found out Friday that Ethan is leaving to pursue a career as a firefighter. So that obviously changes the coaches for the Barbell Club a little bit. But Candace is going to continue programming until state. After that, we're not quite sure what we'll do. If it'll be her or me, or we might go back to Cal Strength. But she's agreed, and we're thankful that she'll continue to program so we can stay consistent with what we've been doing up until the state meet. And I am taking over the Barbell Club sessions. I am as excited as can be about it. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, definitely starting out with Friday. I think at some point maybe Sean, who's about to get his level 1 next weekend, might help me out on Fridays, but I plan on taking it over because it's very important to me. I was telling the coaches, I see the Barbell Club as the glue that holds the whole program together. CrossFit, sports performance. I love weightlifting, been around it close to 20 years, and always want to have a serious weightlifting club that gets people out and celebrates the sport that we all love. Okay, so I am not nearly as accomplished as Drake and Candace, but I believe that I'm every bit as capable as a coach, and I'm committed to you all, and again, I'm excited about it. So, everybody has their own style, bear with me. I'm sure I'm a little different than Candace and Drake. But again, I'm going to take it over, and again, it's because it's important to me. All right, let's see if we got anybody else tuned in. I'm ready to move on to the next point. I really tried my hardest to prepare myself and write stuff down. Hopefully Chelsea can mute Quentin because he is screaming right now. Yep, I can hear both of you. All right, so let's get to the state meet now. That was a big thing I wanted to cover here, was kind of the big picture with the state meet and really portray really how important it is to me, and I see it as important to the success of our club. And I really didn't even realize it, how big of a deal it would be 2 years ago when we first won the state. We didn't even really go up there with the intent that we were going to win it. I really didn't even look at that as a goal at any point. Obviously, weightlifting is an individual sport. We have our own individual goals. It wasn't until like a week out where I was like looking at the roster of who we're bringing up there, and I'm like, man, we're going to easily win this, at least on the male side of things. And that's exactly what we did. When they announced it, they were like, and Renegade by a landslide. I don't think anybody was even like anywhere close to us. So it was kind of a surprise, and it wasn't, again, our objective going up there when we brought a good crowd to the state up in Cleveland. But we walked away as state champs, and I've just been amazed by how many people have brought that up to me. I know a lot of area coaches of all kinds of sports, just people all over the area in general bring it up all the time. People that don't even lift in our barbell club bring it up and bought the shirt that was state champs. And I was just amazed at the pride that it brought to our gym and brought to our club. And it made me kind of, from there on, really believe in the power of coming together with our individual goals and trying to work towards a collective goal of a state title. And it might not seem like a big deal, but Ohio weightlifting, you know, just how many great clubs there are in the state of Ohio and how proud of a state Ohio is, I really think it's a huge deal for us. And I want to try to get it every single year. This year, I know we have our work cut out for us, and I'll get to that here in a second. Last year, we won it, but it didn't happen until Sunday. It was much closer. T3 from Cleveland brought a real good team, and they were winning going into the last day. And the heavier weight classes did it for us, and we were able to walk away on the men's side as champions. And whether you guys realize it or not, if you don't believe me, you can go add up the points yourself. We were second to man gold on the women's side of things. We only had 5 female lifters, and we were second. Had we had Candace under Renegade Barbell Club, we would have swept both men's and women's. So I kind of still think we won it. Candace was under Cal Strength, but we kind of swept both because she's still under our club, in my opinion. So, you know, we came close without even really trying that hard on the women's side of the thing. Jill walking away with the first place really helped with that. And that takes me to now the participation. You guys that have done it, you know, the middle weights are the ones that are really stacked and competitive. The light and the heavy ones, there are a ton of possibilities for you to easily place top 5, and that's who gets team points for us. So the top 5 overall in each weight class, whether it's youth or juniors or senior athletes or masters, if you're top 5, you earn points. 28 for first, 25 for second, 23 for third, 22 for fourth, and 21 for fifth. I think I said that right. So for the men's side, it's usually 89 and 96. That's really competitive and stacked and really deep. For the women, it's usually 64 and 71. If you are lighter and heavier than that, you have a great chance to get us team points and walk away. If not, you just got your work cut out for you, and it's a little bit tougher. What I'm really trying to do by this, people, is put some urgency on signing up for state. If you wait much longer, we are going to get shut out. I looked, and you can look for yourself on Ohio weightlifting. There are 98 entries. They're cutting off registration on the 17th of September, but it's not going to last that long. They're cutting it off by that date or 150 entries. They're at 98 right now. If you don't get on this like immediately within the next couple days, you'll get shut out and you won't be able to lift in state for us. So we can't sleep on this and procrastinate. If you want to do it, you got to have a USAW membership, obviously. It could be the monthly one or the yearly one, and you got to get registered for it. I went ahead and registered myself. Okay, and I just wrote down some names. Like last year, some people that placed for us: Grayson, Aiden, Sean. Paul would have placed if it wasn't for Mark. There's no Mark anymore. Paul would have placed. He was 6th. He bumps down without Mark into that team point area. Myself and Dylan, we obviously lost Mark, and we lost 1 or 2 others. So again, it's going to be the hardest that we have had with it so far. I honestly, God, still believe we can do it. We just have less room for error. And what I've been trying to tell the coaches and everybody, again, the importance of it. I've talked to Joanna Jones from Ohio Weightlifting. We're a shoe-in to host state in 22. She wants to give it to us. She's been liking everything I post about the building. It'll be the perfect venue for a state weightlifting meet. And I would love to be the 3-time defending state champions, having a chance to do what no one else has ever done. Rubber City has won it 3 years in a row, back in 12, 13, 14, I believe it was. No one's won it 4 years in a row. And again, by then, I'm hoping my ultimate goal, even more so than that, is sweeping both men's and women's. So I'm hoping that I'm getting you guys fired up and just really getting you guys to understand the participation in this meet, and whether we walk away as champions or not, it is just great to come together for a yearly meet. And it's a big reason why our Barbell Club sessions are packed and you have people to lift with. I give a lot of credit to Candace and Drake coming in as being competitive weightlifters and people gravitating towards them to get them excited about it. But what we've done as far as getting out there and competing well at state, I feel has built pride in our club, and I don't want to go back to having 1 or 2 lifters in it. It's not any fun to lift by yourself, is it? Sorry, Jason, I know you lift by yourself, but yeah. It's more fun when you get, a group of people and you get to lift together, and that's what I want to keep it like. So now I'll go ahead and tell you the little incentive that I want to try to give you guys a little incentive to help you guys get signed up right away. I'm going to give you 24 hours, roughly 24 hours. Did you guys see the Barbell Club shirts that I posted yesterday? Really loud car driving by. So we're printing some new, really nice full color on the front with the Ohio flag on the back. They're expensive to make. They're close to 20 bucks a shirt to produce. And for 5 people, I'm gonna give one away to you guys. I was thinking the first 5, but if there's more than 5, there's no way I'm gonna be able to tell who was the first 5. So I'll give you 24 hours from this meeting. Get signed up. I'll log on. I'll see who's entered into the state meet. I'll draw 5 names out of however many we have. If there's less than 5, hopefully we have at least 5, but if there's less than 5, you all get a shirt. So you get a free shirt for signing up. You'll also get a shirt, I'm sure, from Black Flag. This is gonna be a popular meet. It's a great venue. Northeast Ohio has some good clubs. That's what we're up against. So we need all hands on deck, really. And again, on the female side of things, if we just get participation, you guys will be surprised how well we do as a team if we just get people to sign up in total. You can just total, you'll put yourself in contention to get us in, those team point range, the top 5. So also, I talked to Black Flag. There's a Hampton Inn in Westlake I can get you more information on. That's only $77. So $77 for a nice hotel close by the venue, and you just got to mention Black Flag Barbell and you get that group rate. So that's a pretty cheap hotel. And also, other than that, we are working on singlets. I'm looking, there's a minimum order of 12 through Rudis. I really like the stuff that they have. I'm having them kind of model it after an Ohio State wrestling singlet that was really awesome. So I want to get some looks there and possibly get you guys some new singlets if you guys are down for it. But just looking into that, and I should have a mock-up on that pretty soon. Okay, again, I'm talking pretty fast. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. I'll open up here for anybody now. Does anybody have anything to add or any questions based on what I said?
You put the name of that hotel in the group chat?
It is, yeah, I can do that. Again, it's Hampton Inn. If I forget to, just shoot a little reminder on there. Hampton Inn, Westlake. $77. So that's a good deal. Bryce, you can bring your college buddies up there and have a hotel party. Go for it. All right, I was also going to say, Candace has very gracefully also offered to help out handling athletes a little bit. So I think, she's been coaching Dylan remotely for a while, and he's been paying her for programming and all that. So I think she's really committed to make sure she handles him. I didn't want to put too much on her plate. And I just said, however it shakes out with session times and whatnot that day, it'll be heavier guys for the most part, maybe some females. If you would just be willing to kind of help handle on the day that Dylan lifts, that would help me out tremendously. I'm committed to handle as many as need to be handled. If I need to do it every session, I'll do it every single session. I have a lot of meet experience. I'll be able to help you guys perform your best. I know the ins and outs and the little tricks and whatnot to help you guys. So again, I have a lot of meet experience, and I'm committed. I don't really care how I lift. I know I'll place no matter what in the heavier weight class. The last 2 years I placed second, so I know with just totaling, I'll place and earn us some team points. So I'm not concerned with how I perform. I'm just concerned with trying to help handle as many need it. But what I'm going to ask you guys to think about doing would be maybe the day that you lift, before or after, whatever it is, if you would just be willing to come earlier, stick around later, and help load. That's a huge deal. So coach can look at the screen. If I'm coaching somebody and I don't have to worry about loading attempts and this and that, and the person that's lifting doesn't have to worry about loading all their weight on and off, it would help if you guys would just volunteer to help, again, somewhere around your session, help load and just lend a hand, because that always helps a lot with a lot going on in the state meet. Anything else to add? Bryce asked the hotel. Again, I'll try to put that in the group chat. Again, there are 98 out of 150 so far registered. So that tells you this is going to be a popular state meet. We're 2 months out, more than 2 months out, and they're reaching their 2/3 of capacity. So you got to get on this right away.
So when we register, we have to register for a specific weight class?
So it'll usually ask you, yeah, what class you're in, what weight class, but you're not dead set on that. You can change leading up to the meet. Yeah, general rule of thumb too, Daniel, if it's your first meet, I would not think of like trying to cut to the lower weight class. Kind of lift where you're at, don't worry, you want to try to not worry about cutting too much. The only athlete that I would really say, if they're a wrestler and they're used to cutting weight and they're used to knowing how they feel cutting weight, maybe that's a little bit different. But for the most part, don't worry so much about the weight classes, just kind of lift where you're at. And the more and more you do it, the more you're going to find maybe what's the best fit for you as a weight class. So yeah, it'll usually ask you your weight class and it'll ask you an entry total. It doesn't have to be the most accurate entry total. That can always change too. So you just want to be conservative with that. You don't want to put like your PR lifts in both. Let's say my PR is 80 on the snatch and 100 on the clean and jerk. I just threw that out there. So those are my training PRs. So that would be a total of 180, obviously. You probably want to knock off 15 kilos and put your entry total as 165 or so. Because that can always change. It's not all that important to have the highest entry total that you're maybe shooting for. You just want to put an entry total that's somewhat in the range of what you can do, knowing that training is different than competing on the platform.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, no problem. And again, if it's your first meet and you've never done it, just go in there with an open mind, having fun. Leave it to me to do my best handling you and telling you exactly what to do. And, just don't have any huge expectations. I got to hit this or that. Just go out there and have some fun. What weight class, Daniel, do you think you would be in? Any idea, Daniel? Might have lost him.
I weigh like 170.
170, okay. So let's see.
It's about 75, 76.
Yeah, halfway in between 81 and 73.
Yep, so yeah, I was thinking 89 or 81. Yep, so 81 would be 178, I believe.
Yeah.
You guys can check my math on that. 178, and you said you weigh about 170?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think you're comfortably in that range. 73 would be like 160 pounds. I think that's too far away for you to try to worry about getting down to that. A lot of times you're not going to lift your best if you worry about your weight too much too. I see a bulldog on the screen. I know I'm forgetting something very important. I'm trying to think of what that may be. I wrote down the African proverb of if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So I just can't say it enough, It's not just, me, or it's about our gym. It's about us collectively coming together, accomplishing something. I think that's pretty cool. And it means a lot. Again, I've been surprised how many people have brought that up and asked about that. So it just tells me right there how big of a deal it is. It's a proud state. People love Ohio. There's a lot of good weightlifting clubs in Ohio. And, last year even it was a little bit closer. We knew if we all totaled we were going to win because we looked at T3 and we knew they didn't have any lifters on the last day in the heavyweight classes. So, it's not like we were ever on pins and needles thinking that we might have a chance at getting beat. But this year, it's up for grabs. We have a number of guys that I know can place if they total. We have a number of females, same thing. But again, it's going to be a competitive meet in Northeast Ohio. You have T3, you got Rubber City, you got Black Flag, obviously. You know, they're going to be coming out in you know, full force. So we got to, you know, get our minds right, get people to participate. As long as we get our numbers out there, people buy in and want to do it, then I know we have a chance to win it. And it would probably be the most fun, you know, one of all, when actually, you know, it's going to be a real close battle. And you guys can look at that entry list. If you go to Ohio Weightlifting, I think it's ohioweightlifting.org or .net, I don't know. Just type in Ohio Weightlifting in Google and it'll pop up. And you can look at the entry list. I didn't look that closely to see if they all have the weight classes broken down, but you can probably get a decent idea how many are already going to be in your weight class and you know, what kind of competition you're looking at. Again, it's usually the middle weights, male and female, are the popular ones, and the lighter and heavier ones are the ones that, I mean, sometimes there's only 5 total in the class. So if you're, you know, if there are only 5 total, you're guaranteed team points that way. And also, just like any Masters athletes, I've won 2 gold medals in a row for not beating anybody. You get a gold medal for that. Jason, I think you got the same thing, and Jill, right? Yep. I mean, we don't tell anybody that other than outside, you know, here. We just say we're state champions in the Masters weight class and all that. So, you know, as Masters, usually it's pretty slim pickings, and chances are you might compete against 1 or 2, or again, you might just be by yourself. So.
What's the age again? Is it 50, 55?
50, 54, then it goes 55 to 59, 60 to 64. And if you turn that age within that year, you count towards it. So like I'm 38 now, I'll be 39 in 22. And then Nationals and Masters is like the winter before I turn 40, but I'll be able to compete as a 40-year-old before I even turn 40. You compete if you turn whatever age in that year, even if you haven't turned that age yet, you compete in that class.
So I'm 59 this August,
Yep.
what will I compete in?
So 55 to 59.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's all.
Yep. Yep, and again, we want to host in 2022, and that'll be a fun event for sure, really to showcase the new gym, and very excited for that, and I'd like to be coming off another state title. Just love the sport. Again, it's an individual sport, but there's still a lot of room, and you know, there's so many stories like Catherine Nye at the Olympics, who just got a silver, only started weightlifting like 5 years ago at a CrossFit gym, and got into it that way. I mean, call me crazy, man. I dream big. I think if we continue numbers coming to our gym, we already have some exceptional national level lifters. We could get someone that you never know that would be rocking the Renegade stuff at the Olympics in 2024, and I think it's in Beijing. No, is that Winter Olympics? I don't know where it's at in 24, but I don't know. I dream big, people, and I just want to keep this momentum that we have. Again, I'm committed to it, even if Candace and Drake aren't able to coach. I'm committed to keeping it together, and again, fully committed to you guys. Excited to maybe see some new people compete that haven't done it before. Is there anything else that you guys can think of? I don't want to keep you much longer.
If anyone wants to compete in 4 State, Clintonville still has spots open in a month.
That's right, yeah, you're doing that meet. What date is that, Bryce?
September 11th.
Okay. Is it like a theme meet for September 11th or anything, or what?
I have no idea.
That'd be cool.
I think it's relatively small, so.
Cool. If you guys need help going up there and you want to do that, you want to get your feet wet and get a little meet experience first, I'd be down to come up there and handle you guys and help out. So that'd be a good way to get a little meet experience if you want. Thank you, Bryce. All right, y'all.
What's the website what's the website to sign up for the meet?
Yep, so you go to teamusa.org. You got to go choose through there's tons and tons of sports on there at teamusa.org. You find weightlifting, and then you have to, you'll go down, you'll click on one of the little icons, and you got to create an account. And that's where you actually add your, create an account with USAW, and you add your membership. It can be a monthly membership of less than $10 a month. I think it's like $8.99 or something. Or you can do it for the whole year. And juniors like yourself and youth, they have a really good deal. I think it's maybe $40 for the whole year or something. $50 for everybody else. So you got to add your membership through USAW first. and then you just go to meets and you search through it. There's a big search tool that it'll show you every local meet in the country. And you just scroll through all of those until you search and you find the state meet at Black Flag. I think it's October 16th and 17th. Am I right on that? You just find that and you'll hit enter and you just go through the steps to sign up. Again, it'll probably ask you your weight class. It'll ask you your entry total. It is not the most important thing, again, to put like the most accurate, thing in the world. You can always change weight classes. It's usually about a week ahead of a meet that you'll get emails from the meet director who will send you, a message to your email that you added, on your account that will say like, you have until this day to change your weight class or, change your entry total, whatever it is. So again, you're not dead set on whatever you put down as your entry total. Yep, no problem. And if you guys need, Renee's going to school, some others are going away. Daniel, you talked about maybe doing the Cal Strength programming. I have no problem sending you our programming as well. So I can take a shot, take a picture of it. Or, Candace has been good also about sending it over. So if you guys need programming at all, let me know. I got you. And it's never the perfect time to like compete for your first time. You just got to put yourself out there and do it. And I'll just be honest with you, you're probably not going to do your best the first time. You'll be up there and you're like, holy shit, I got like 50 people watching me lift. Like, I'm not used to this. Cameron last year, won state. She totaled, did well. But I could tell she was really nervous, and she would tell you the same her first time out there, because it's like nothing else you've done before. But I think she loved it, and you get a kick out of it, and there's nothing like it. So that first one, don't have any huge expectations, just go out there and lift and have fun. All right, people, I'm thinking about shutting this down unless there's any other thing that we can add. We can always continue this conversation in the Barbell Club chat. Do you guys think of anything else? I don't know what Jill's doing. Who are you waving at, Jill?
Me and Quentin are having fun.
Okay. Because I can't see Quentin. I don't know why. How come everybody can see him except for me? I can't. Here it is. Yeah. All right, everybody. I really appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Hopefully I provided you with enough information. Let's get on this. Again, I'm going to draw 5 names. You get a free t-shirt. Check it out on social media if you didn't see what they are. I think they're pretty awesome. Dark shirt with the Renegade full color on the front and Ohio flag on the back. Again, I'll give you 24 hours. I'll draw 5 names. Get your shirt. We got to get on this and get entered. Cool? All right, I'm going to hit end. Love you. Mean it.